Hi guys! I hope you had a great week. I am having one. I'm trying my best to keep a positive attitude. For my first time viewers, thank you for joining us. And for my current subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. Continue to share with your friends and family all over the world and get them to also share the video. Now, today we will be talking about a very interesting topic, relationships. So we're gonna get right into it and we're gonna talk about what makes a relationship healthy or good, or what makes good healthy relationships. So I want to tell you today that we have some guests and they will be sharing information on their pet peeves, as well as the top 2 things they look for or they would want when they're in a relationship. So we're gonna look at that for sure. And I'm gonna get right into it. If you see me glancing down, I just have my book with some notes, trying to remember the key points. So first of all, no relationship is perfect. None. Growing up, I probably thought about fairy tales and love in a certain way. But relationships take work. Yes, I had a big sigh because they do take work. But when you have 2 people who love each other, who have a connection and they want their relationship to work, it can. Yes, so we are gonna get into the topic of relationship 101. We'll just be talking about the basic things that help to make a relationship healthy. If you want your relationship to work, these are some of the things that you should be doing. If you're not doing them, just give yourself a reminder. So this is pretty much a reminder, and I'm gonna highlight 8 things by listing them out, and after I will speak in more detail on 3 of them. So in no specific order, a healthy relationship needs to have mutual respect, trust, honesty, self-identity is important. One must keep their self-identity. There should also be a sense of fairness or equity when it comes to resolving issues, good communication, and a sense of playfulness or funness. I like somebody who can make me laugh. We are going to talk about 3 of these in a little bit more of detail. And the first one that I want to talk about is good communication. Good communication is a key ingredient in any relationship, but especially in romantic relationships. You need to understand, the other person needs to understand how you are feeling, and you need to be honest and open with that communication. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I don't know how much of you might know this. You may already know, but think about it. When you just met someone and you started talking to them, the more often or the more consistent you spoke with the person, you started to feel a sense of comfort. You got to know the person more, and what did it do? When there's consistent communication, you get closer to a person. Yes. So, communication is actually like a glue in your relationship. The more you communicate, the more you keep it consistent, the closer the 2 people are gonna get to trust you. So good communication is very important. Ensure that you are honest and open with your partner. Secondly, self-identity. Maintain your self-identity. When you're in a relationship with someone, yes, you have goals that you try to accomplish together. We want to do this. We're working on this. This is our purpose. This is what we want to do. However, remember what you want to do. Remember your personal and professional goals, and ensure that you also maintain your relationships with your friends and your family. So keep your self-identity. If you find that someone is trying to change you when you're in a relationship, especially in the early stages, then that's a red flag, because you have to be your own person. You're an individual, the other person is an individual. Two come together. But if you're gonna try to change me and I'm gonna try to change you, then it won't work. That means I'm not accepting you for who you are, and that's an important thing when it comes to love, acceptance. And the third thing that I'm going to talk about is support. Ensure that you're being supportive of your partners. Whoever you're choosing to be in a relationship with, appreciate them by showing your support, whether it be through your words, whether it be through things that you say. Let them know that you see. Let them know that you see the good things that they're doing, that you're proud of them. Be supportive of them. So those are the 3 things I wanted to speak more in detail on. Remember, good communication is the glue. It's what makes you close with your partner. Maintain your self-identity and ensure that you are supportive. So we're gonna go to the videos and you're gonna hear from Herschel, Michael, and Melanie, and you'll also get to hear about my pet peeve. See you guys soon at the end.
Hi, my name is Michael McGregor, and my biggest pet peeve, I would say, is quite a funny one maybe. It's snoring. If I'm with someone and they snore, it's gonna be very difficult for us to move forward. I remember actually call it off with somebody pretty early in a relationship because I found out that they snored heavily, and I don't know what it is about snoring that really just rubs me the wrong way, but I found out pretty early on that, I don't like snoring. Do I snore? I would say slightly, not heavy. So a slight snoring is fine, but heavy snoring, this heavy truck snoring is a no-no for me. So that's my biggest pet peeve. In terms of the 2 biggest things in a relationship that I look for, I would say you have to love traveling. That's one. You absolutely have to love traveling. If you are somebody who is just content with sitting around and not going anywhere, not experiencing new things, then that's not going to be something that attracts me to you. That's not something that will let us grow together. I love traveling. I want to travel the world, and if you are that type of person, then we have ticked off a major point right off the bat. And then the other thing is just somebody who is a go-getter, somebody who is driven, self-motivated, all of that rolled up into one. I'm not content with somebody who is just going to be satisfied with a 9 to 5 and just be stuck at the same position that they are at. I want somebody to be driven, who goes after their goals, who wants to grow each and every day. Because I'm looking for somebody who has the same traits as I do, who, if I'm feeling down one day, I can feed off the energy of that person, and vice versa. So, I want to be a world traveling entrepreneur, taking over the world kind of couple. That we have our own business, we're just driven and we're motivated to get the best out of us. And those 2 things I feel are very, very important to me in a relationship. So there you go.
Hi everyone, I am Melanie. The biggest pet peeve in a relationship is constantly comparing your relationship with others. The moment you start to compare your relationship with others is that moment you're going to lose out on what truly should be a great relationship. Two main ingredients for successful relationships are: 1. Building your relationship on the promises of God. Involve Jesus in your relationship as the head of your lives, both you and your partner. Also, having love in the relationship. Love is patient, love is kind. And when you have love, when you truly love your partner for who they are, trust me, everything will work out fine. Bye.
Good evening, guys. My name is Herschel, and today I'm going to tell you about what's my pet peeve in a relationship and what 2 things I look for in a relationship. So the pet peeve would be giving each other the silent treatment. Well, we all have some sort of problems and some miscommunications or some sort of misunderstandings, and I think instead of giving each other the cold shoulder or just not discussing those things and worsening the situations, well, talk it over. That's one thing that I feel is my pet peeve when it comes to relationship. And the 2 things that I would look for in a relationship would be conversations. So conversations are like gas, what gas is to cars, right? As you keep adding gas, the car can go for miles and miles, right? And you keep adding more and it can keep going more. The same way, conversations keep relationships going. It just, keeps it alive. And secondly, it would be not taking each other for granted. So I know at the beginning everything is like an orchard and everything is beautiful, and you go out of your way to do things for each other, and after a while things they kind of grow stale, and then that's when you stop doing those things, right? You start taking each other for granted. So that's what I feel. Having conversations and not taking each other for granted would be the 2 things I would be looking for in a relationship. Thank you.
Guys, I totally enjoyed that. It was fun listening to Melanie, Michael, and Herschel. Melanie reminded us how important it is to have God in our relationships, to put Him first. Let us remember not to leave Him out. Herschel highlighted that, good conversations are important. And I'm going to talk about the funny part of Michael's video. He really made me laugh. Like the snoring thing. Wow. But guess what? Everybody is different. It just goes to show we are all unique. We all are annoyed by different things. We all need different things when we're in relationship. But at the end of the day, the key things that help to make the relationship good, we all said something relating to, good communication, having somebody who's supportive, who kind of pushes you and all of that. Okay, so for my pet peeve has to deal with when I'm talking to the person that I'm involved with and they are not giving me their undivided attention. Whatever is a distraction, they might have the phone in their hand, they're looking at something else, I'm trying to say something important too, and they're not putting away the phone or not giving me their attention 100%. It drives me crazy and sends me up the wall. I'm not Spider-Man, but you know what I mean. So that is my annoyance. Wanting or trying to talk to somebody and they're not giving me their undivided attention. I feel like I'm not being heard, I'm not being acknowledged. So that's my pet peeve when I'm in a relationship. Thank you so much for staying with me today. Thanks again to Michael, Melanie, and Herschel for sharing their pet peeves and the things that they look for. And as a reminder, remember to put God in your relationships. Have some fun, be playful, And until next time, this was all about life with Colleen. Remember to comment below if you want me to talk more about relationships, a second video or so. Leave your comments, share your feedback on whatever topics you want me to, go over or talk about for future videos. It's important that you leave them in the comments. Like the video and also share it. And if you're not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Go subscribe. Thank you, and until next time, I love you guys. All the best and